Hello, I'm Aaron from Harold's and this is Winston, and it's a lovely rainy afternoon here in Toowoomba, so I thought it would be a great opportunity to show you 6 of my favourite plants in the garden. So before we head inside, my favourite plant, or one of my favourite plants, is actually on the outside, and that is the creeping fig, which we have actually mixed with Boston ivy on the front fence. It gives a great mix throughout the year. When the Boston ivy loses its leaves in winter, the creeping fig stays lovely and green. So we love this combination for that year-round green fence. But come inside and I'll show you a few of my other faves. I trial a lot of hydrangeas in the garden to see which ones work best here in Toowoomba. But the ones that at the moment are really outshining all the others are the Annabelle Hydrangea. I feel like every garden should have these. They stand up really well to the full sun, they don't need a lot of water, and they reward you with these big, magnificent blooms. They're starting to green out now that summer's coming to an end, but they have been absolutely beautiful for months now. If you've been following me for a little while, you'll know that I absolutely love Japanese Buxus. It's just such a prolific plant for us here in Toowoomba. It grows so well in our soil. You can use it as a hedge, you can pot it up and toperize it, or you can clip it into beautiful shapes within the garden. These are well overdue for a clip, but we're just waiting for the summer heat to back off a little bit before we tackle that to avoid any burning. But other than that, very low maintenance, rewarding plant. These are my favorite tree of all time, the Gingko. We've planted 4 here quite close together because the idea is long term we want to do a beautiful living arbor here. But they're very slow growing, so that may be a few years away before that starts to take its shape. Now, another tree that we get asked about all the time is the capital pear. So let me show you those. So these are the capital pear trees. They're a lovely ornamental pear. They're quite narrow in growth, but they are a beautiful, tall, dark green leaf pear. We love to use them as sort of markers for each new space in the garden. They give a beautiful show of colour in the autumn and then lose all their leaves at the end of winter. So they're a beautiful deciduous tree in the garden. The hedge that we use around most of the garden is called the Leighton Green or the Leyland cypress. It's a very prolific hedge. It grows, I think, about 1 metre a year. So if you want a very fast growing, very dense hedge, then this is the hedge for you. Ours started 2 years ago, about here, so it certainly grows fast. The other tree that we use on repeat in the garden is another ornamental pear. This one's called the Cleveland. It gets a little bit taller and a little bit wider than the capital, so it's great for when you need some more shade. We've used these around our pond area, and eventually their canopies will touch and give us a lovely, cozy, shady area in summer. So that's 6 of my favorite plants and trees in the garden. Thanks for coming with me, and we'll see you soon. Happy gardening.